What? Do you sleep well before your big presentation or speech? Chances are no, most people do not. So how can we sleep better before a big presentation or a big speech? Let's find out. How can we sleep better before a big presentation? I'm going to share with you 5 major tips on how we can do that, how you can get a good night rest, just before your big day, before your big presentation or speech. Tip number 1, accept that you might not sleep well. You're like, what? Ben, what are you talking about? Accept it? Accept that I might not sleep well? Yes. I know how it is. You have your big presentation in front of you, your mind is racing, you're nervous. The last thing you want to do is you want to accept it. In your mind, you lie down, you want to sleep and you go, sleep now, sleep now, sleep now. I need to get some good rest. What does that create? Yeah, lots of stress. Once you accept, okay, I might have a very, very bad night's sleep, what happens? Yeah, many cases, and in my own case as well, you let go. And once you let go, what happens? Oopsie, there's a higher chance you might actually fall asleep. But you gotta accept it, and you gotta accept maybe you will not get a good night's sleep. Can you be ready anyway? Absolutely. Yeah, so just accept it. Accept your sleeping fate, if you want to call it that way. Yeah, but you gotta accept it. That way you can let go, and you probably have a higher chance that you can sleep a little bit better. Tip number 2, be active the day before. What I see with a lot of presenters, and myself included, I'm sometimes a little lazy there, you're not active the day before your presentation. Meaning, if you usually go for a walk or for a run, you're nervous because of your presentation. So you don't do it. Yeah, what I strongly recommend, make it absolutely mission critical that you have to go on a run, that you have to exercise, do your sports, whatever it is you're doing, keep yourself busy the day before. Be physically active in some shape or form. Yeah, that way what happens? Yes, you get tired at night. If you're physically not active, it's hard to get tired at night. But if you're physically active, there's a higher chance that your body actually needs to rest and you fall asleep faster. Tip number 3, sleep well for 2 or 3 days, before your presentation. I don't know why, but most presenters are extremely worried about the day before their big presentation. What you should be even more worried about, though, are 2, 3, 4 days before the presentation. Did you sleep well the entire week? Because frankly, if you did, even if you don't sleep so well the night before your presentation, it's not such a big deal. But if you don't sleep well the whole week, then you're in trouble. Yeah, so worry also and care, especially also about the other days, the days before those. Tip number 4, develop good sleeping routines. What do I mean by that? About an hour, 2 hours before sleeping time, turn most of the lights off. That's very standard, right? Make sure the room temperature is not too hot, is not too cold at the same time. Make sure don't use your cell phone or watch TV an hour before you sleep. The blue light is really bad for your eyes, it's really bad for your system, it just wakes you up. Yeah, and I strongly recommend Google one time what are some best practices to do before sleep. I highly recommend that you look at some sports stars. Because as you know, people who play basketball in the NBA or tennis stars, they all have big games that they have to play. How do they sleep well the night before? How do they get a good night's rest? So look into it. Yeah, I just shared a couple of those tips with you, but look deeper into it. Tip number 5. Yeah, use some natural sleeping aid. For me, it's some tea with some honey. For other people, it's warm milk with honey. yeah, everybody reacts a little bit different to, you know, certain sleeping aids that are natural and that are actually very, very helpful. So in my case, it's tea. You can try that out if you haven't already. What is it for you? What could help you fall asleep more quickly, you know, and get a really good night's sleep before your big day? Share with us below one time in the comment box, what is your best way, you know, to get a good night's sleep before a big presentation or before a big speech? Or what are your challenges? You know, what are your issues right now, the biggest challenges, and what did you learn from this video? So comment below any questions you have for me as always. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the like button if you liked it. And I look forward to seeing you again soon for the next video.